today. All right, we have got the goods. Like, we are so fortunate because we have someone here that has the most phenomenal juggernaut YouTube series called Songs for Littles. And it made her a household name overnight. Please welcome Rachel Accurso, everybody. AKA Miss Rachel. I mean, how did this start? Because you have really changed the world.
Thank you so much. It's all, oh, thank you. It's all inspired by my little boy. He's amazing, and he is my greatest teacher, and he changed my life, and he was struggling so much with speech, and as a parent, you just want to do anything you can to help your child find their voice, and I was up till 2 a.m. trying to figure out, like, how can I help this little boy? And I bought a mouth puppet, and I was like, your mouth opens like this? I mean, I did everything. And when we couldn't find what might help supplement his language development through a show, he's such a visual learner, I thought maybe we could try to make it, and it would help him and maybe some kids like him. And we didn't expect anything like this, but it's such a blessing.
And I'm a single mom, and
Yes.
you were raised by a
Yes,
single
the
mom
best,
as well.
best mama. Yes, a super strong, wonderful single mom who, she's just incredible. She would set her mind to something and just do it, and it's such an extraordinary example to watch her. And it's why I think through my life, have been like, I want to try this, I want to make this show, and I'm just going to do it. She built us a tree house. I don't know how, but she built us a tree house. She went back to finish college. She worked at a daycare during the week at Pizza Hut as a waitress on the weekends. She went back and got a master's. And viewing that was extraordinary as a child. I was like, I can do anything because my mom
And
did.
how does she feel other than obviously supporting you? And like, when you guys were growing up, there was no internet or a YouTube or a social media. And I think we have to figure out, like, what is it about, social media, YouTube, online stuff that's really beneficial and where we should find the balance. And it's like, I think you've made the internet a better place and a safer space.
You too.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you for saying that, especially coming from Miss Rachel. Thank you. How do you navigate that with your own kids? And, like, how does your mom feel about it? How do you look at how to balance the new normal? We're all figuring this out for the very first time.
Yeah, so I have wonderful memories of snuggling with my mom and watching Sesame Street.
Me too.
And having a great time.
I loved Sesame Street. That's why I compare you and what you're doing to Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, because there was such a teachable, learning, amazing sort of developmental aspect of those shows, but it was also about emotions.
Yes, we did a whole show, E for Emotions, and my husband was like, I think the show's been helping you with your big feelings because you've been a little better.
Because it is very universal. Like, we grow up and we change, but when I'm reading kids' books to my daughter at night, I am discerning things that are so important. They're written by adults, usually, and hopefully the adults can get something from them, too. We can't just be like, this is for grown-ups and this is for kids. That's not the way life works.
Oh, totally.
Speaking of writing, and reading children's books, you have this brand new book. Is this your first?
Yes.
I mean, I just feel like this is going to be such a juggernaut. You are so beloved. And how do you feel about that level of trust that's been placed in you? How do you carry that as one singular human being?
Well, we have an amazing team. Some of them are in the audience right now.
Hi, guys! Thanks for building an empire.
And my husband is extraordinary. He's we're like Miss Rachel all together. But we take that trust so seriously. We put so much thought and care into everything and research. And we want to do our best for young children and their families. And it's so meaningful to us and it's so important. So,
are you and Miss Rachel one and the same? Like, I feel like I am, like, what you see is what you get. I'm no different. And do you ever have...
I'll be at, like, I was at the Children's Museum with my son, running around with Thomas, and no one's saying anything, and I'm like, good job, wow! And people are like, Miss Rachel? And I'm like, yeah. So it's my spirit, it's my voice, but she doesn't get hangry like I do, I feel like. And she doesn't mind people's chewing. Like if someone's eating cucumbers, I'm like, you almost done? And she's like super nice.
Like, do you ever have to like stop yourself from like being like, I want to go out and have a drink. I want to get a tattoo. I want to wear that weird hat that might be irreverent. Do you ever have those moments where you have to be like, oh, you know, actually for this world, I need to also foster and maintain a certain level of, you know, whatever it is, a criteria to be always in awareness of Miss Rachel?
I think my anxiety keeps me from like doing things. So I like want to be home with Thomas.
Oh, that's
and I like
nice.
Yeah, just being silly with Aaron and yeah.
I'm now that way too. I like to stay home and be mellow, but I wasn't always that way.
Me either though. I mean, I think I had that stage and I didn't have to worry about that, and I had a lot of moments that I'm like, I'm glad the internet wasn't around. And I thought of a quote I think you'd like.
Oh, I would love to hear the quote.
It came to me, I was thinking about you, and the quote is, in the depth of winter, I realized that there was within me an invincible summer. And I think we go through these winters, and that's how we find that. And so it's beautiful.
Well, I'm so glad to hold summer inside, too, because I'm such a sunny person.
I know you are.
And so are you.
I wrote you a card. Yes! And I put, you are sunshine. That was what came to me, and thank you for being sunshine.
Thank you for being a rainbow and puffy clouds and sunshine and blue skies. In fact, next up, Miss Rachel and I are going to be here. I'm going to get in on the fun. Well, you'll see what I'm saying in a minute. You just come back. You'll see. You'll see.
Coming up, expert makeup tips to turn back the clock on aging skin.
Nobody really does this.
Hot take. I like it. He's like, did we just become best friends? Yep. Welcome back, friends. I'm Miss Drew, and I'm here with Miss Rachel, the magic baby whisperer, who's going to teach me some of her secret sauce. So, okay, how do we do this, Miss Rachel? How do we envelop and embody you, your cadence, your world? How can we all be more like Miss Rachel?
So, well, when I speak to the camera, I like to think of one child that I've worked with, or just somebody who, there's a little girl who was so cute. We were doing hop little bunnies, and she couldn't hop, so she was like skipping. And I just, when I imagine her, I'm like, that's so precious. So I like to think about a child. And as far as the tone, so if somebody walked up to you and they had a smiling, super sweet baby in a stroller and you wanted to say hi, how would you naturally say hi if you could really picture the baby?
I would probably go, oh, hi.
Yes! What you did was amazing because you pictured the baby and you naturally went higher. And around the world, studies have shown that parents and people talking to babies do that naturally. And it's so cool that we've always done that and we do it naturally, and it's wonderful for their language development. The high tone, they like it. So when you were like, hi, it's just that sing-songy tone, elongated vowel, slower, enthusiasm, all those things put together are called parentese. So say I'm changing your diaper. It's just like a slower pace than what we're used to. And narrating our day and just talking to them during routines is so wonderful. I remember when I had Thomas, I was like, should I read to this baby? He's 4 months old. I Google everything. I'm like, should I read to this baby? And yeah, you should read, you should talk, and the more language they hear, the better.
All right, so would it be possible for me to live out a fantasy and the fantasy of millions and millions of people? Could we try a Miss Rachel, Miss
I love
Drew
that.
show?
I'm so excited!
So excited!
I like our theme song.
I know, I do too. I like that we started dancing the exact same way. Okay, take it away.
Okay. Hi, friends. I have someone special I want you to meet. Say out, and she'll come out. Say out, say out, say out. Miss Drew.
Hi, friends. I'm Miss Drew.
Miss Drew, I'm so happy to see you. I have a gift for you.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for a... Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. Oh, thank you. And it is such a privilege to be twinning out with Miss Rachel right now. I can't believe it. And you have this beautiful, meaningful new children's book. And I want to make sure that everyone knows that they get to participate in this with us, because Miss Rachel and the special surprise is not only out now, but everyone in our studio audience is going to go home with a copy. Collab on her YouTube channel. I feel so like I've made it. I'm getting on Miss Rachel's YouTube channel. Hello, this is huge. And I think we'll go out to break doing our dance that we just came up with out of nowhere.
I love our dance.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right, welcome back, everybody. As we age, our skin changes, but our makeup routine is going to be affected by that. So here to give us the inside scoop is a celebrity makeup artist who's worked with Issa Rae and Ilana Glazer. It's Delina Medin, everybody. Now, I am so happy to see the full circle. You know, beauty trends, I feel like, last up to a decade. And we were matte, heavy foundation, contour, highlighting, a lot of artistry, a lot about changing the shapes of the faces and what's possible with the artistry of color. Now, I think we're back full circle to a more dewy, healthy, glowing skin.
Absolutely.
Which is definitely my preferred. And I think that's what you're going to talk about today.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to start with, have you ever used a steamer for your face? Have you ever used?
You know what? I never
you.
have. By the way, this is Susan, everybody. It's so nice to meet you, too. And no, I have not used a steamer. Why is it important?
Okay, so hydration is very important, right? We definitely want to hydrate. I'm going to show you exactly like where I would place this. It's probably about a foot from the face. You don't want it too close to the face.
Oh yeah, I would like motorboat.
I know.
So I wasn't doing that right. Okay,
Instead,
good.
you want to keep it a little bit further away from the face, just so you can feel a little bit. But what it's going to do is it's going to help you increase hydration.
And then once you've steamed, then what?
Then, okay, so now we're going to talk about eye cream.
Okay.
So I love to use an eye cream. This has caffeine in it.
Okay.
Okay, so caffeine is incredible because it actually helps to make sure that the fine lines underneath the eyes start to dissipate a little bit. It plumps them.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Ring finger.
Ring finger.
We're going to apply it underneath the eye and just tap.
Susan, you're so beautiful, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Look who's talking.
You know, I think we have a really beautiful ability as human beings to see all the beauty in other people and then not give ourselves that same kind of love. And I'll be your mirror, Susan. I think you're beautiful.
You're very kind. Very kind.
Do you have 2 kids?
I have 2 kids.
What, boy, girl?
I have a daughter, she's 24, and a son who's 21 tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations. All right, Delina, when it comes to like makeup, you have an unconventional way to start.
Yes. Okay, let me tell you about it. So, setting spray first.
Oh.
I know. Nobody really does this.
Hot take, I like
Hot
it.
take, yes, exactly. If you just want a little mist on the skin, close your eyes, don't breathe for a second. I'm just gonna mist you, okay? So the thing about this is what it does is it helps to actually give the makeup something to adhere to, and then it also puts a break between your moisture and your actual makeup.
Okay, that's the thing that excites me most.
Yeah.
Because when I put makeup on my skin and I try to put it always over a moisturizer so it has a protective barrier,
right.
This is doubling down on that and I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Because makeup clogs the pores.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Susan, how does that feel on your skin?
It feels great. I don't even know what's in setting spray.
I know. It's like, well, it's all really just hydrate. It depends on what setting spray you're using, but what it does is normally it hydrates the skin, but it actually also creates like a tackiness to the skin.
Is there anything also after this step, if Susan was to like step out and want a little cheek color, knowing what the base of it is, what would you suggest? A cream blush, a powder blush, a liquid brush?
Cream blush. Yes.
I feel like with the dewiness you created, a cream would be really nice.
Yeah, I actually do have a cream blush.
Let's throw that on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm a blush girl too.
By the way, if you do nothing but blush, you look more alive, you look healthier, you look better slept.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
You look great.
Yes. Well, Susan, we want to send you home with all of this stuff so that you can take it with you, have a little piece of us from the show in your space saying, remember how beautiful you are. Yes, and then you can steam and eye treatment and blush away.
Thank you. Can she come home with me too?
I know. Delina. We wish. Delina and Susan, thank you so much. We'll be right back. This was so beautiful. Before we go, watch this.
Here's how to squeeze micro workouts in your everyday life. Try doing calf raises when you brush your teeth in the morning and at night. If you have a stacked washer dryer, do some squats whenever you're loading it. Anytime you want to browse social media, lean on a wall and do some wall sits. Do some planks when you're watching TV or Netflix, and again squats when you're unloading the dishwasher. Anytime you're chilling on the couch, you can do some leg lifts. If you want something more challenging than wall sits, do the chair pose when you're on your phone. When you're in the shower, you can do some push-ups, just be careful. When you're waiting for the microwave or anytime you're near your counter, you can do some presses. And when you're folding the laundry, try some Russian twists. Don't make fun of the way I fold.
Thank you so much, everybody. We make this show for you, so take it with you.